Welcome back, guys. Appreciate you being here today. Once again, before you buy with Brian Urlacher, the one, the only Brian Urlacher. We're going to see what he looks like. We're going to break him down. We're going to see, is he worth it or not? Are we going to be buying this guy? Is there someone better? Who is the best available middle linebacker if you can't get Urlacher? We're going to answer those all right now. So without further ado, let's get down into it. But before, the average price is about $500K for this guy. He's a low 500, so like 470. I guess you could say high 400 too. But when I first checked, he was 5. Now he's at 478. He's already going down, keep in mind. But without further ado, let's break this guy down. All right, guys, here we are. We are going to compare him with my other 91. I feel like that's fair, although he is kind of maxed, or he's not maxed out, but he's got the speed and acceleration +1, keep in mind. So you gotta keep that in mind. Ryan Shazier's speed and acceleration is 86, not 87. So keep that in mind. Maybe, unless they do they... Hold on, let me check something quick. No, okay. Yeah, okay. So keep that in mind, folks. So we're going to compare Urlacher with Shazier here. They're both 91s. Speed-wise, like I said, I could easily get Brian Urlacher up to a 86 speed and 86 acceleration with the same ability as Shazier has. So their speed is about the same. Strength-wise, I mean, he takes the cake easily. Tackle, better tackler. Play recognition, he recognizes plays better. Block shedding, 84. Compared to 76. Hit power 86, which is really big in today's game with fumbles. That's really big. Zone coverage, he is better at zone as well. Just comparing him to my current middle linebacker, I gotta get this guy. I mean, I gotta figure out a different muck captain. I haven't looked at this card before. This is the first time I've looked at him. I'm looking at him with you guys. I'm looking at comparing with you guys. It's the first time I've looked at all this stuff. So looking at these stats, it's pretty unbelievable. I feel like I definitely have to upgrade my middle linebacker position with Brian Urlacher. But let's take a look at his full stat breakdown here. From top to bottom, we will see agility. Agility wise, That does suck, because when you bump up the speed and acceleration, the agility does take a -1. So his agility will be 83 compared to 87 on Shazier there. Acceleration, we talked about that. Awareness, he is better awareness too. Catching, he can catch the ball better for those interceptions that might happen every now and then. We all know that the football falls out of people's hands every now and then, and it gets very frustrating. So a 72 catching, I know it's not great, but it is better. Carrying, he's better carrying too. He's not going to fumble if he does pick it off. They don't fumble too much, but unless you taunt or something. Tackling, we went over, he's a better tackler. Jumping, 85 compared to 88 on Shazier. Don't know. That's about the same. That's about a split. I mean, I'm sure he can jump, what, an extra 2 inches higher maybe. Let's take a look here. The moves, block shedding 84, pursuit 90, recognition 90 to 98, or 90 to 88 on Shazier. Man coverage 68 compared to 71, and then 85 to 84. So he's not too good in man. Neither is Shazier. So that's probably the one downside to Brian Urlacher, is his man coverage, if you want me to be honest. That looks like really his biggest. I mean, his hit power is real nice at 86. That's really nice. Press is better. Not going to press too much as a middle linebacker, but but yeah, so I feel like that's the weakest spot of Brian Urlacher, is definitely going to be his man coverage, with how big man coverage is nowadays at 68 man. But I do have Shazier at a 71 man, which is not much better. So that's only 3 better. So that's not, I mean, it's not like Shazier takes the cake on that at all. And he still plays pretty good man, I feel like. He plays a really good middle linebacker position. So a full stat breakdown here. He looks good. This guy, he looks like he's worth it. I would definitely recommend Brian Urlacher. There's no doubt about it, folks. There's no doubt about it. This guy seems like he holds his own on the football field. So I'm probably gonna have to look into getting this guy, no doubt about it. Now, if you're wondering if you can't afford a 500K player, this is kind of where we're going to break down into who else can you get. We're just going to see like who other players are available for a little bit lower of a price here. Obviously, you have Shazier, who is, you don't have to spend anything for him. It's just a team captain, so you don't have to spend anything with the guy. But we're going to go over to my computer here so we can compare these two guys. I'm going to compare Kinkley with Urlacher here. So let's go over the computer. I'm going to switch sides, go on the other side of the screen. Let's do it. All right, here we are. Let's compare Kinkley here, if I could spell. Now, he is going to be 91, obviously, so it's not, let's add another player in here. Who else should we add? Let's see if we can find a 91. Yeah, let's do Bobby Wagner, a Mud Hero. Whoops. And then is there another 91 we could put in here? Yeah, let's do that guy. A lot of people have him, I feel like. All right, here we go. Now we got these 4 players. I'm honestly, I won't take out Kinkley. Obviously, Kinkley, I mean, you can see speed, strength, agility, acceleration. He takes a hit. Urlacher has better speed, strength, agility, acceleration on every single one of these guys. All these 90, 91s, he's got better in everything. Awareness, that's where these guys kind of take them. Kinkley's got 92, 91 on Wagner. 90. So they're split on Lanier. Jumping, all around the same. Nothing too spectacular there. Wow, look at this. Look at it. I guess that's offensive stats. Don't really care about offensive stats. There's just a lot of reds on that side. It's unbelievable. Let's look at defensive here. Tackling. Wagner does have 92 tackling. Hit power, he is 91 hit power as well. Pursuit, 91. Play recognition, 91. Kinkley's also 91, 92, 87. Lanier, I don't think this guy, for how expensive he goes for, I don't think he's worth it. I would take him out. I wouldn't even think about him. Kinkley's going to go for about half the price as Urlacher, so I would probably recommend Kinkley if you only have around 2 to 250,000 coins. Wagner, I'm not sure how much he goes for. We can take a peek here. This is again Mutthead, it's what I use. Let's take a peek at Wagner here, Mud Hero, see what he goes for, averages for on Xbox. 253, so it's about the same. I would not get Wagner, I would get Urlacher. About the same as Kinkley is what I meant, sorry. So I guess, actually, if he's half the price, Wagner isn't too bad. I mean, his general stats, he is a little slower, folks. He won't jump on the football as much. Awareness, only 1+. Jumping, he is 2 higher than Urlacher. And then injury, which doesn't really matter too much. His general stats aren't the best, but when you go down to defense, he is a better tackler. He has better hit power, which, like I said earlier, is very important. And pursuit, play recognition, he is better than Urlacher. And keep in mind, he is also cheaper. So you have to decide, do you want the speed on Urlacher and then take the hit on the defense, which would be the hit power, play recognition, and pursuit, which pursuit is only a +1 on that. Or do you want to go Wagner, who takes a hit on the speed but does better on the defensive side of the football? Urlacher, better speed, a little bit worse defensively, but Wagner's slower but better defensively. If I had to choose, I would choose Urlacher. I'm going to go speed every single time on this game. But if you can't afford Urlacher, that's where I would probably recommend these two guys. Kinkley, I had him before. He's a strong guy. I mean, and he's cheaper. And Wagner as well. You can get both of these guys for the price of Urlacher if you can't afford Urlacher. I would go Kinkley and Wagner. They're not bad at all. Those are the two guys I would probably recommend for you boys and girls. Let's get back on the Xbox. All right, now that we're back, time for a Brian Urlacher rating on this guy. For 500,000 coins, that does go into my ratings. We just did Rob Gronkowski, who did not get a good rating at all. He's one of my worser ratings I've ever done. He's just too expensive. But for Brian Urlacher, the guy we're talking about today, if I had to give him a rating, I'd give him a 7.5. I'd give him a 7.5. You're asking yourself, why not an 8? Just give him a freaking 8, man. Just give him an 8, man. But it's just his coverage. His zone coverage is only an 85 compared to Shazier, who is like an 83, I believe. And then Shazier is a better man coverage guy. If Urlacher just had just a little bit better man coverage, he would be an 8. But I'm going to give Urlacher a 7.5 out of 10 on this one. He is a great card, though. Definitely a great card. Anything above a 7 is going to be a great card. No doubt about it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I do appreciate it. If you liked the video, please do like it. Comment what you want to see next. I do appreciate all your guys' feedback. Whatever it may be, I love it. Keep it coming. The next before you buy, we're going to see what we're going to cover. It might be brown, but subscribe so you don't miss the next video. The next before you buy, I'll be here and I'll be ready. Thank you guys very much. Peace, love, and happy thoughts. Take care.